introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Malding Mike, 2 times world caster. Been in the league game for about 10 or so years at this point. I love the game. I love the sport. I'm all about it. My favorite hero is Mumu. And I'm ready to cast. Let's go.
Pretty excited to see how things go. Right off the rip, Mike, again, thank you for joining me in the booth. They're called champions.
Absolutely.
They're called champions, and there is no champion called Mumu. So I'm pretty excited to see where this goes. It's going to be fucking aggressive. Let me go ahead and share my screen here for you. That way,
go ahead. Sure thing. Yeah.
Keep a constant outlook on what's happening right now. So
yeah,
I
actually have my view up, but
okay.
I do 2 views.
Yeah, no problem.
Back in my when I first started playing League about 10 or 12 years ago,
right?
Mumu was the name of a Mumu,
right? Okay.
But and we used to call them heroes back then. That's more of like
right.
It's like you used to play Foursquare with your buddies. I used to play with my heroes in League. Okay.
Right.
So just want to get that out of the way, and I'm really excited to be here today. Let's get into the action.
Okay. Well, the first bit of action that we've got going on right here, we've got a little pick band section going on right now. So if you take a look on the left-hand side of your screen there, Team Magikarp's got Morgana, Garen, and Lux.
Yep, I see that.
Okay.
And what's really interesting is, and I just want to touch on this, is when we see the Morgana band, we have to make sure that Lux is, we're really seeing that a Lux band on the other side is probably going to be the move here, because we know that Morgana usually gets outclassed by Lux.
Right. So just a major key component that I want to point out here. Morgana and Lux were banned by the same team.
Right.
Because
you said it was, you didn't say that the first time.
Right. But I did. And so, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So, if you shut the fuck up for a quick second. So Morgana being banned it's a target ban is what it is. Starvin is on the other team. Starvin is a Morgana main champion player. Take a look at that Garen. That's a Garen ban as well. That Garen ban is generally a champion that's being played in the top lane. Now, generally speaking, Beard plays Garen. Now, Beard is a brand new player. You really want to keep the brand new people at the very bottom of the totem pole as best you can. So they're target banning Beard that way. He doesn't have many champions left to play. Then you look at that Lux ban. That Lux ban is big and very targeted towards Sparin. Now, Sparin is a relatively decent Lux player, and at this point, it's just become a meme. Everybody wants to see him upset, and so they all, whatever team Sparin is on, the opposing team always bans Lux. Now, we take a look at the flip side. You take a look at Red Team, which is the right-hand side of your screen. They're bans. They've got Brand, Twitch, and Ramus. Now, Brand is a Newsy ban. Twitch is a Janelle ban. Janelle is plays an extremely good Twitch, and then the Ramus
and we've
ban,
seen her stats. We absolutely have. We have
seen her. We have seen her stats. Now the Ramus ban's a weird one because I don't know where that could end up. But let's take a look at our team comps right now. We've got Ash on Team Magikarp, Senna as well. So it looks like there's going to be an Ash Senna in the bottom lane. Then we've got Zayd on the Volibear. Let's take a look at what Newsy and No Honor end up picking up here. Newsy's generally speaking a relatively good mid laner, but unfortunately this game, he's got to be in the jungle. So we've got Silas for No Honor. Silas is a good pick. And
absolutely a good pick.
I think that's a Pyke jungle. That'll be pretty weird to
jungle. See. Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely excited to see where this is going. We're 30 seconds out here from the start of the game. I'm just going to go over a few sponsors for tonight's DAB Community Sesh. We have the day before. Appreciate the day before for sponsoring us, making sure that this show can go on. Can we get some love?
Could you mute your mic whenever you're going to cough? Thank you. This is a live broadcast. Okay, thank you. There are no sponsors for this, but if you'd like to reach out, please reach out to dapperjameson@gmail.com. We're taking a look at red side team. We've got Echo for the first pick, Zyra secondary. That's definitely Jazz-tastic. We've got Caitlyn, Annie, and Darius. I'm gonna be willing to bet good money that Sprangus is playing Annie, Zayd's probably playing Kate, or vice versa. And then, I believe Beard will probably be playing Darius. And that leaves Johnson with playing Echo. So It's a pretty wild team comp that we've got going on here. If you take a look at blue team's side, which is going to be rugged Magikarp side.
Yep. Absolutely.
Really low health champions. Really easily squishy, super blow up champions. You look at that Ash. Ash doesn't have a whole lot of movement speed. Senna's got a little bit in her back pocket, but not a whole lot. Volibear is going to be the biggest factor of their team right now. So.
And honestly, where it comes in is we're looking at rugged Magikarp's team, right? We're looking at a glass cannon based team, something that is typically not manageable by even the most novice league players. But what we're seeing here is rugged Magikarp has a history of being quite a fortuitous player. I mean, it's in the name, rugged. I mean, we're looking at a team leader that can bring this team together and possibly come out on the top at the end of this. Now we're waiting to see what happens here. Personally, I hate to bring in, I hate to bring in the predictions, but I'm going to have to go with rugged Magikarp's team here. I think this is a great strat. I don't think the other team will see it coming. And I really do think that we're going to see a rare Beard dominate the top lane here against his opponent.
Okay.
Who
is probably Zaid, but let me do a little bit, just a quick little correction here. First and foremost, they are going to see it coming because they watch each other pick and ban. So they will absolutely see this one coming. And as far as Beard having a dominating game, well, that could absolutely happen, but Beard is unfortunately on not Magikarp's team. So hopefully we do get to see that, but as far as your pick for rugged Magikarp and being fortuitous, I couldn't agree with you more. I think he's got incredible insight to the game. I think he's got even better leadership within that Discord call. But if we take a look at the flip side of that coin, Johnson's got a lot of experience under his belt. Johnson knows how to keep it lighthearted. Johnson really understands and knows where he should be based on time frame within the game itself. And also he's a great shot caller. So I'm gonna have to actually oppose you here, Malding Mike. I'm gonna have to go with Team Johnson. May pull this one off.
Okay.
I think Team Johnson's gonna pull this one off just off of champ select alone. And we're about 10 seconds away from first game.
Out. Yeah, I think that's a good time to go over our key sponsor for today's event. The day before.
The day before. Welcome to the game of the year. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, and I wanted to bring up something. I know this is going to be an important part of the game, but we're in the loading screen here. I want to say that you're probably right. By champion select alone, Johnson's team's looking absolutely solid, but I really feel like we're doubting the potential that Sparn has to just absolutely blow that entirely for Johnson's team. Now, I've known Sparn for a good amount of time now, and as someone who has seen him physically skip down the last 2 or 3 stairs. Yeah. I really do feel like he might bring that energy into the game here, and we might even see that affect their gameplay. And I feel like that's something we really got to focus on here. Let's get into the game. We are in.
Welcome to the Rift, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1 for Team Magikarp versus Team Johnson. We've got Johnson on that Echo in the jungle, Jazztastic in the bottom lane with Starvin on that Caitlyn. Sprangus is going to be mid lane on Annie. We've got Beardinator on that Darius in the top lane, and then on the opposing side, Magikarp on Ash, AD carry Ash, as a matter of fact, and then we've got Janelle on the Senna support with that exhaust. Zaid playing Volibear in the top lane. Newsy going to be on that Pike in the jungle. I'd be interested to see how this one plays out. And then we've got No Honor in the middle lane on Silas, and let me tell you this, Your Honor, I barely even know her.
Absolutely. And honestly, I you touched on this earlier. I'm really excited to see what Zaid brings with Volibear. Personally, I'm actually I have a personal phobia against bears and actually volleyball, this sport. So this is something for me that, I mean, I'm scared of legit. And I feel like the other team maybe might want to take that into account, that maybe there's something to be scared of here.
I couldn't agree with you more.
So I'm assuming that we're playing for a pretty aggressive ambush on the bottom lane here. Or no, they're going to be going for, what is this monster called? I'm so sorry. It's been a long time.
So what we've got going on right now is a regular start from blue side. Blue side getting that blue buff right off the rip, going over to Echo.
Okay.
Blue team is looking to make a cheeky play happen in the river, but unfortunately, due to the pathing, it may not happen unless W's going to miss from Magikarp. Oh. Janelle is going to be rooted, not twice but once, flashing away and ignited. Shakna stepping up, but good amount of damage being had right now. Janelle trying to get that health back. She's had to pop both of her pots currently. Sprangus and No Honor in the middle lane, but good amounts of damage happening here in the bot side. Jazztastic with half HP and a dream.
It looks like they're trying to bring the health back and try to regain that bottom lane. Jungle sitting on the bottom side of the map, but unable to bring any support at this moment in time. Still trying to farm their own game here. But it looks like they have pretty decent bottom control. They've brought back their health almost to full. Shakna taking a little bit of damage, and honestly, it seems to me, aside from potions, they might be able to bring this one back here. Janelle going around the side, Rugged just pressing that edge there, just pressing that angle, trying to get in there.
He does like to play that side angle extremely aggressive, but take a look at Janelle's HP. Her being able to play that Senna is going to be able to bring her back in this fight often, but here we go. Big root. Heal comes out. The W is going to miss from Senna. No factor. Zayd wanting to make a fight happen here at the top lane, but he's going to go down. First blood to Beard on the Darius. First blood to Beard on the Darius. We can take a look back, but more action going down here in the bottom lane. Look at the mana for Jazztastic. Look at the health for Luna Blackmoon. That 4 shot's going to land. Magikarp may be in some trouble right now. The turn is going to happen. The W is going to land. Everybody's going to walk away with their lives for the current moment in time. I do believe Magikarp and Senna are going.
Does Janelle have her R?
Negative. We are level 3. We are level 3. We are level 3.
She'll get it.
In 3 more levels, she will get it.
Yeah, I'm making sure she didn't already get there.
Yeah, no, she didn't get it. We are 3 minutes into this game. She does not have her R yet.
Just making sure she
didn't. Let's take a look at this. We've got Johnson trying to play for the Scuttle Crab. Mid lane, Silas is working his way to him. Sprangus has no idea. Sprangus is not yet rotating. Zayd is nearby. Airborne. Zayd's there to help. Flashing over goes Johnson. Flashing over goes Silas. Will he be able to get out of this one alive? I don't know. Annie's nearby. Slowing down. Down goes Johnson on the No Honor. I got to be honest. I don't think No Honor's brand new based off of the way that we're playing right now. I have no idea. He's brand new.
He's brand new.
Yeah, okay, I have no idea.
You don't even know who this is. So we got an absolute nobody.
Yes.
Just a nobody, a no one. Just a nobody in the
game.
Just
a fucking loser. Just bringing in the random, probably crackheads. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a challenger level absolute loser.
I mean, it says he's silver,
nobody knows this guy.
But no one fucking knows him. Yeah. No. But although he's taken multiple tower shots with no one there, so maybe he is a fucking idiot.
Absolutely. It could have just been luck at the draw, but I want to point something out. We're seeing a pretty dominant game from Beard.
We are. Thus far, we are seeing an extremely dominant game. And speaking of dominant game, steps on the trap. 4 shots going to land. Will Luna be able to find another headshot? No headshot to be found. No headshot to be found. That could have gone extremely bad for the boys in red in that bottom lane.
Absolutely. But Luna, oh my God, just trying to get that headshot. Having Rugged in her scopes. Just using the tower, trying to put something in between her, because Rugged knows the situation she's in. Does he have any
goodness, big fights to be had right now. Pike is swinging his way around. Silas is going to be there. You're about to see a 3v2 gank. Flashing in, flashing away. Jazztastic is dodging everything, but is she going to be able to survive? Rooted. Magikarp, will he survive? No, my goodness, he is going to. Janelle on the Senna is one that will be talked about for a very long time. Newsy going back in. Is he going to land it? He is. He's going to find the stun. Down goes Caitlyn. Senna picks up 1 kill there at the end. Zayd, we're seeing yet another fight here. You want to talk about excellence. Beard may be able to find it, but no. Flashing away. Johnson's nearby here in the middle lane. No Honor. Going to have to retreat and head for the hills as he is bailing out of this gank that went down from Johnson. But meanwhile, take a look at your bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We've got Pyke coming through. Pyke channeling that Q. Is he going to land it? He is. The E's going to find him as well. Stunned. Smited.
Does he have the
Sprangus.
R? Is
he going to be able to get away? He's not. No honor. Finds a kill. No R yet. They are still level 5. No R to be had for Sprang Noodle in that middle lane. No honor. Going to be level 6. Newsy continuing his path through the jungle. Take a look at the top lane as well. Top lane is shoving in heavy. Beard picking up gold.
Just a phenomenal call and prediction from me about Beard's game here.
True.
I mean, Beard is just showing. I mean, we talked about it. We're talking about a squishy bottom lane, a squishy top lane, and squishy mid lane. I mean, blue really shouldn't be. It makes sense that we're seeing what we're seeing in top lane, but in the bottom lane, we just saw a dominant performance from Rugged and Janelle. Janelle is absolutely unstoppable with this Senna, and we might actually see a really interesting turnout here with the way this top lane and this bottom lane is going. Mid is holding strong, jungler sitting nearby, making sure that the balance is staying. We're moving into an interesting period here. Anything could really turn it 4-1.
Take a look at this right now. Take a look at this right now.
Go.
It's over. But good amount of roots happening here in the bottom lane, okay? No matter what ends up happening down throughout this game, this bottom lane will be one that's talked about in the future. I mean, there is so much damage output being done by Jazztastic and the Caitlyn. And speaking of damage output going down, nothing to be had just yet. Take a look at their health bars. Take a look at their mana. There is
for a hide play here.
There is a good amount of fighting that's happening. Whoever slips up first here will be the one to regret it.
It's going to be huge. The spacing in between both sides of the lane is just fantastic.
Jessica stepping up. Q's not going to land. Volley. Jessica gets caught out of nowhere. Flashing in goes no honor. The ultimate stolen. Will they be able to find her? Say goodbye to Caitlyn. The double kill and the dunk in the top lane onto Volibear from the Beard. Oh my goodness. It is a bloodbath. 6 kills for the blue side. Meanwhile, 2 on the red side. Now take a look at that top center of your screen right now.
Are they going to take the dragon right now?
They are. Blue team's going to secure the dragon while red team's going to secure the Rift Herald. The Rift
Herald? Okay,
yep.
Not the Baron?
Not the Baron, not yet. Now take a look at that gold differential. Take a look at that gold differential, okay? Only 2K. Only 2K.
They're still in the game. I think Beard is coming in. Can I just say, Beard is coming in huge here.
Beard, you can say it. Beard is coming. You can say it. You can say that Beard is coming.
He is bringing his whole load to the table right now. His whole game. He's bringing his whole game. Oh no.
We're fine.
Rift Herald's fully regened, unless I'm missing something. That's
Rift
not
Herald
good.
just got put up. Oh my goodness. Flashing away goes Annie. Pyke's working that bottom side. They're going to find him. It's rooted. Magikarp's in deep trouble. The ultimate from Senna comes out. It's going to save him for the moment of time. Will they be able to find him? They will. They will, but Sparren's going to get away with his life. Why is he stepping back up?
Sparren, what is your con?
Sparren is stepping up for no reason. The ultimate stolen from Mag. Oh my God, no honor.
Sparren showing us exactly what I was talking about. His just dominant ability to throw games.
He's got an
just like he threw that fight earlier today in our lead sponsor the day before we were in a 1v3.
I'm going to get sued. We are not sponsored by the day before. As much as I wish we were, we're going to get sued. Game of the year. Don't buy it. Game of the year. Don't buy it. All right. Let's take a look at the map here. Everybody seems to be kind of working their way back around to their normal pathing. Jessica's going to be clearing a little bit of vision here in the Dragon Pit. Sprangus is going to be pushing out mid-wave. Same thing going down here in the bottom lane. Now, Senna is not there. Jazztastic is still going to be continuing to clear wards. But if you take a look, still in that mini-map, Silas is in the top side looking to possibly make a dive happen on Darius. Now, Beard being a brand-new player going against another brand-new player. Let's see what happens. The ultimate comes out from Volibear. Stunned and airborne. Say goodbye. Oh, my goodness.
Not ready for that gank.
Zade with the comeback kill.
Comeback kill, but he did have help. And there was a lot of comeback
in
that attack. And what's important to realize is Beard has been dominant, right?
Hold the
and
phone on that one.
jungle.
Hold the phone on that one.
It.
Flashing
Go
the ultimate
it.
from Jazztastic. Jazztastic. Landing the old. Dunk goes Jazzy. She's still going to be alive. Seed! Oh, my God!
Oh, my God.
She finds the kill. Sprangus may go down here as well. He's not going to. Holy frick. Jazztastic played that so beautifully.
Just absolutely beautifully.
So beautifully.
We're seeing an aggressive Sparn here, even when it doesn't make sense.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just absolutely insane, as he is literally playing his embodiment in game. This.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Just an amazing play.
Oh, my goodness.
On the physical embodiment of who Sparn is as a person.
Oh, my goodness. Holy frick, we may be seeing another fight happen here, right here and right now. No, we're not. I wanna take a quick peek back real fast. We're gonna bring this back just a hair. All right.
Just a hair.
Just a quick hair. And we're gonna dive a little deep. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna slow it down and we're gonna break this down from a fundamental standpoint.
Absolutely.
So take a look. We've got Pyke coming in from Tribush. Ash stepping up. Pyke's going to flash. The ultimate's going to be sent by Ash. Jazztastic's going to flash. The ultimate.
Flash.
Nail it perfectly. Pyke's going E, which allows him to jump. He's channeling his Q to be able to CC.
He has his R.
Jazztastic is going to land the ult on him. Boom. He's going to go for the dunk. It's not going to do enough damage. Jazzy is going to hit the ignite. Doozy's going to take a tower shot, then get CC'd. Meanwhile, Starvin is trying desperately to get away. Janelle saves him momentarily with that Q for heal and shield.
But the bleed?
Zyra's going to pick up the kill because her plants are autoing her. Echo's going in hot and heavy. Flashing away goes Ash. Look at all this damage, and boom, everybody's right back in the fight as per usual. Jazz played that extremely, extremely well. That was incredible to see.
It was.
Wow. Z-Mama.
I mean, I haven't seen that in my entire career.
I
have not seen gameplay like that. I mean, I haven't seen a team really bring the heat like that. Oh, big plays out of Sparn.
I don't know if it's going to matter.
Shock. It won't matter. No honor. I mean, just a fucking nobody.
Yeah, just an absolute
nobody knows this guy.
Nobody's ever heard of him.
Nobody. No.
Nobody's ever heard of him. But hey, person was available to be picked, and team captain picked him.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and you're right. And what I have to ask is what are your thoughts on this bottom lane here? We know that Shock was just helping out in middle lane. Do you think that may be a huge mistake here, seeing that both Rugged and Janelle are on track to out-level?
Yeah, we're looking at a mistake right now. We're looking at a mistake right now. I mean, stepping up there in that situation, there's no need for it. But we've all found ourselves in that scenario where, you know, we maybe overextend just slightly, and that first tower may actually end up going down here. As a matter of fact, it's not. Jazztastic is going to be there to hopefully be able to clear the wave and keep this first tower intact, because there is a lot of gold that goes to the team.
A lot. That
picks up the first tower. Now, granted, it was recently nerfed, but still a good amount of damage all the way across the board. Luna Blackmoon has left the game. Oh my God!
Can't handle the heat.
Is this are we seeing a rage quit?
I think we are seeing a rage quit here. The things we know.
Are we seeing a rage quit? Hang on. Let's take a look right now. Let's take a look. Okay, no fight to be had. No fight to be had. Although Sprangus may have found himself. Oh, Sprangus.
Oh, Sprangus. I mean, and it's just textbook. I mean, I'm an analyst. I've been doing this for 10 plus years at this point. And I mean, that we could have seen that coming before that game even started.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that is just, Sparren, what is your comment?
Oh my goodness. Everybody's getting away. No one's going to die. Johnson wants in. He's going to ultimate. Doozy's going to die. Jazztastic getting hit with that Ash W, but still, everything's fine. Zayd taking too much damage. The flash going out. The ultimate from Beard. Beard gotta find a pull, but he's not going to. He's going to bail out of it.
He didn't have his R.
He did. He used it.
Because he used it. Yeah, he didn't have his R.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
Because I knew that.
Right.
Anyways, let's take a short moment to thank our sponsor.
No, I'm going to get sued.
Thank our sponsor.
Nope, we're going to get sued. I'm going to get sued. We don't have any sponsors. If you want to sponsor this stream, email at dapperjameson@gmail.com. Thank you.
But keep in mind, you will be held behind our current sponsor. The
day before.
The day before.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, we're looking at one hell of a fight right now. Silas gonna pick up 1 kill. Is it gonna be 2? Dunk goes Annie.
Wow.
No honor is surviving with everything left. Beard Nader's gonna get some shutdown gold on to No Honor. Zyra's gonna find the kill on the Newsy. Zade's going in with a dunk. Ultimate comes out from Jazztastic. Will Jazztastic be able to continue this fight? She knows what he's dealing with. A lot of damage going on to Zade. Zade not knowing what to do quite just yet. Jazztastic playing Zyra. Volley Bear once more. Rooted. Sun flashing away goes Jazzy. Will she be able to find the kill or her life? Which will it be? Zade is chasing to no end, but he's gonna back off. But take a look at the bottom lane. This wave is pushing heavy.
Such a dominant bottom lane out of Rugged and Janelle. I mean, we've just seen just constant attack, and they have just been giving it to them. We've seen both bottom lanes have to pull off and go to mid lane, go to top lane. Even though we've seen pretty steady top lanes and mid lanes, it almost makes no sense to me why we're letting this bottom lane go to crap, why we're having so much trouble holding this bottom lane, Dap. I really don't understand.
Well, listen,
we know the formula.
The bottom lane has the synergy. They have the mobility. They have the movement to be able to roam and take out different objectives. So for them to be able to continue that path will end up helping them out immensely in the future. Now take a look at this. Janelle stepping up, but she takes a ton of damage. Here comes the ult from Annie.
Oh,
Sprangus gonna go down here, or is he? Dunked goes Sprangus. Johnson left to die. The ultimate comes out. Jazztastic is nearby. Flashing in goes Uzi. The ult lands onto Ash from Jazztastic. Jazztastic stepping up. Luna Black Moon. Rooted. Q's going to find Magikarp. Will Johnson be able to find one? No.
Just an absolute performance. And back in the top lane, we're just seeing Beard just hold him up, but Zade out levels him. Something we've seen. Zade has actually been able to fight back against Beard. Beard has had a dominant performance early game, but as we can see, I mean, we're still only at a 4K gold difference here, 18-10 on the kills. I mean, we're really seeing a pretty even game up here in the top lane, but Zade might be able to pull through with the support from the rest of his team. I mean, if they can win this mid lane, if they can continue to put the pressure on, I mean, we're seeing possibly what might be a success in the plan from Rugged Magikarp.
And speaking of success, we may be success being foiled right now. Volley Bear dumpstering Beard. Meanwhile, Beard with the early 3 kills on Zade. 3 kills on Zade has now died to him 3 times in a row. Volley Bear is coming back, and he's coming hard. That guy is coming.
I mean, and we've seen Zade come before. I mean, we've all seen it. We have seen him come.
Take a look at this fight now, man. Take a look at this fight happening right now. Sprangus is going to avoid the dunk, but find a ton of damage. The ult's going to land, but will it be enough? It's not going to be enough for Jazz. It is, in fact. Look at Magikarp finding a kill on Caitlyn in the bottom lane as well. My days. My days it is happening. All across the board, there's blood to be shed. Blood is being spilled top, bottom, and middle. Holy frick. It is hot. It is heavy. And it is an exciting one, folks. An absolutely exciting one. You know what else is exciting? Playing the day before. Make sure you guys play the day before.
Just a phenomenal performance.
Are we munching right now in the caster's booth?
We're absolutely munching, and this actually provides an interesting segue to our most recent sponsor, Papa John's. Thank you to Papa John's for sponsoring us.
We are not sponsored. Papa John's, please call me. Papa John's, please call me.
Are you looking for your newest shakaroni?
I'm gonna get so fucking sued. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so sued.
You can't get sued for that, Dad.
I don't know. You never know these days. I'm gonna get canceled for it too. All right, looks like we got red teams possibly trying to set up for a dragon here, but they may find themselves in a pinch. Rooted goes Silas. Will he go down? He is indeed. That is a huge pick. Dunked goes Kate. Dunked goes Jazzy. Johnson's the only one left. Sprangus is down as well. My goodness. In a 4-for-2 triple kill onto Ash. And look at that, by the way. Look at that.
I mean, and that just I think the last hold that red team had over blue was Beard's dominance.
I agree.
And once we've seen that gone, I
and
really
do
think it's gone. It's gone. And we're at 26-13. We're at double kills. We're at a 7K gold gap. I mean, I think
it's not looking good. It's not looking good for red
personally,
team.
And I hate to say this, I really do, because you can always bring it back. This game's over. I mean, this game is over. If blue continues, right? Not saying they can't falter, not saying they can't fail. If blue continues this, I think this one's over. I think we're absolutely going to see red team crumbling at the might of this top lane, at the might of this bottom lane. And I think no honor, this absolute fucking nobody.
Fucking
just
random.
This fucking random.
Just an absolute fucking random.
Just like, who let this guy in here?
Great question.
I think we're gonna see just a dominant performance out of everyone out of blue team. I don't think we can find a single weakness out of this blue team. And honestly, I really do think that this game's over. I really do.
Yeah, we've seen teams throw games like this, especially this ELO, but I'm going to have to agree with you, and I think it is going to be over. And speaking of being over, Sparren, what is your con? The ultimate comes out from Jazztastic. It's going to find Magikarp. Magikarp's going to be burning to death. They're going to have to get out of there because Silas is nearby. Echo's working his way from that side. Now, meanwhile, Zayd is absolutely hammering the top lane. Zayd may be their only savior. Zayd very well could be their savior. If he's able to shove that top lane in hot, heavy, and hard, we may see a different game. But I'm going to have to agree with my fellow caster up here in the booth. Mike, I think this game may be over, unfortunately. I think this game may be over. Now, one of the things that we have to talk about is what happened to Starve. Starve had to disappear for a minute. She DC'd for a hot minute. It makes you wonder what that could have been and why that happened. Now, the shutdown goal is going to go to Beard here, which was incredible. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on what happened with Starve. We actually have an agent listening in on the comms here, and we might. I mean, there's an open investigation right now by our staff here at the DAP community event.
Right.
And we believe that there could be, and
my goodness, I hate to break you off right now, but the ultimate lands on the Magikarp. Johnson goes in. Johnson's gonna go down as well. Magikarp once more in. Say goodbye. Janelle picks up the kill on Sparren. Will it be enough? Will that be the only one? Newsy looks like he wants to get in there. He's going to. He's flashing. He's missing the ult. He's taking not one but two tower shots, and Luna Blackmoon's going to find a comeback kill on Newsy for overextending and going a little bit too deep. Now, that's not going to matter because
could be huge.
Tier 2 tower is going to go down here. Kate's going to find that headshot, but step up too far indeed, and she is going to die. Tier 3 tower may go down here. As a matter of fact, it is. It makes you wonder, will the inhibitor be gone as well? I have to assume it is. 3/4 HP. Now half. Now a quarter. The boys are stepping up. Rooted goes Magikarp. Ulted goes Jazzy. Jazzy goes hard. Finds a kill onto Silas. Echo's going to find the kill on Ash. Wow. Jazzy's going to step up and root him. Annie's nearby. No stun for Annie. Oh, no.
And Annie, if Annie would just use her R.
Oh. And she does have it. She does have it, indeed.
She does have it, and I knew she had it.
You knew it?
Of course. I actually have 200 hours in Annie.
Okay.
She's actually my main.
Speaking of Annie, Jazzy stepping up to the plate. Is she going to die? She's taking so much minion damage, but the pots are available. Oh, my God.
Just a phenomenal play out of Jazz.
I mean, girl power. That was girl-on-girl action. Some of our favorite up here in this booth.
I mean, and we watched that.
Sparren.
Sparren, I mean, and we're just seeing a textbook Sparren performance. This is exactly what we could have seen coming. We saw him when he entered the booth tonight. He fucking tripped down the last 2 stairs.
Oh, Starvin may be able to turn this one around, but she's not.
No. And again, I mean, this gold gap just keeps getting higher and higher, and I think this one, I mean, you might as well just quit at this point.
Just give it a call. Speaking of gap, take a look at the chat. Jazz better than Janelle. I've seen enough. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite the claim, but I mean, it's quite the claim, but you
gotta agree with it right now. You know.
I mean, yeah. What can we say? I mean, we're seeing the facts in front of us. We're seeing a massive gold gap. We're seeing just a better team performance. And you know what? I mean, you even said it. And you know what? I don't give you enough credit. You're a good analyst, right? but you said that this team by champions alone should not have won.
I agree.
You were wrong.
Yes, yes.
You were wrong.
I am.
To me, a better analyst.
Yes, the better analyst. And speaking of the better analyst, Jazztastic may go down here, but will she find a kill? She's still gonna find it on him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, will Zayd be able to kill Sparren here? Sparren is going to actually pick up the kill. And real quick, I just want to circle back to the Jazz is better than Janelle.
Yeah.
There is no bias here. There is no bias.
No bias.
No bias whatsoever.
It won't affect your home life is what you're saying, right?
What I'm saying is Jazz, is not my wife.
She's not your wife.
She's not my wife.
I mean, technically speaking, that may or may not be true.
But I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to agree that Jazz is the better person. Now Echo finds and steals the dragon. Oh Absolutely. My goodness! But at what cost? Andy goes down. Echo goes down. Kaylin's gonna go down as well. That is 3 kills.
It's over.
3 kills, and they may be setting up for Baron. They may want to go direct to Baron.
I think they are going to go direct to Baron.
They're not. They're not. You're looking at a possible fight here.
God,
Beardinator just needs to fight. He just needs to do some kind of damage, but instead he's running for the hills. They're deciding not to fight. For whatever reason, Beard has got to fight.
Go back. Come on, Beard. You have to take that when it's presented to you. I mean, No Honor just sends it in there. No health. If both of them would have just turned around and utilized the tools they've been given, Shock and Beard. No Honor. There's absolute fucking just who is this fucking guy?
Who even is he?
Like what?
Throw him in the garbage.
A nobody.
A literal nobody.
You let him walk on you? You let him die on you like that. Who's he going for the play here? Why are we channeling right there? You might as well just walk it in. I mean, what are we doing?
Man, we're seeing a top lane being pushed out. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is trying to shove out their lane as well. They just have pressure all the way across the board. That open inhib is providing too much sustain. And speaking of sustain, say goodbye to Zayd.
And that's the second time we've seen that from Zayd. We've seen Zayd. He keeps getting taken advantage of. It makes you wonder, is there of the few weaknesses of this blue team, is there a lack of communication? And I absolutely do think there is, because from the top lane we've seen consistently, we continuously see ganks, and Newsy just dives in. It's over for Beard. Beard
my goodness.
Yeah.
Sprangus is stepping up. He's overextending the ult lands from Ash. Down goes Newsy. Dunked and ulted goes Johnson. A big turnaround. Possibly flashing in. Magikarp's gonna go down, but so is Johnson. Will Jazz be able to take this 1v1 fight? The ultimate's gonna come out from Caitlyn. Janelle is in a state of panic right now as she desperately tries to get out of there. She's stepping up. She's gonna find it. Oh my God! Will she survive? No!
Oh my God! What an amazing play out of Jazz there to save that against Janelle. Janelle almost had it. I mean, we're just what a performance. I mean, we might have said that Jazz is greater than Janelle, but did we consider that maybe Jazz is greater than or equal to Janelle with those plays? I mean, because really we're looking at a lot of fair trades out of these two players, and I really do think that maybe we need to reconsider our statement. We need to look at the stats, and we need to do a little bit of analysis on these two players, because they could be, it's a close fight. I mean, we might.
It is a close fight, but again,
we might be looking at twin statistics here.
We might, but again, with no bias whatsoever, none whatsoever. I'm going to have to respectfully decline. I do think that Jazz is the better player and the better gamer. And again, that is with no bias. And that's looking at the sheets. That's looking at the analytic sheets that I've been sent here.
Yeah,
I'm looking across the board.
I'm looking at the same ones. And honestly, can I just
go ahead?
I just want to make sure. So our viewers know, this won't affect your home life, right? Like this.
No,
this
not
claim,
at all.
No bias. Like
Shakna, aka Zyra, does not. We do not live together.
Yeah.
We do not have consensual. We're going to continue on with this game right here. Beard's working that top side. They're going to be set up for Baron. Pike's going to go down by himself out of nowhere, but Beard's going to go down as well. Shakna, Annie, Johnson stepping up. No Honor taking a ton of damage. Zayd going for the front line. Jazzy's going to be in the fight. Down goes Johnson. Johnson kills Ash. Johnson kills Magikarp. Johnson kills Zayd. This is a massive turnaround, ladies and gentlemen. They want to find her. They want to find Janelle. No find on Janelle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at one hell of a game right now. A 42-27 win coming out of red side. They find themselves 3 kills right there. Three kills are found.
Huge.
Look
That's
at Janelle.
huge.
Janelle's going to find Janelle's going to. Oh my God, Jazztastic with
no
the.
honor.
Oh my God, he's CC'd. Rooted, stunned. They're going to ace him. The double kill for Johnson. Are they still going to get their Jazz? What are we doing?
Oh, but Janelle, what are we doing? No.
Jazz is going to go down to Baron, but Senna's going to get the kill for that one.
Oh my God, but yes, but obviously Janelle's going to get the points for that one. But
Janelle is still not the better player.
But focus very clearly. We've seen a gap. We're at a 10K gold cap. We're almost at double the kills in just a short matter of time. In less than 2 minutes, we've shortened the gold cap down to 6K. It was at 9.5. I mean, we might be. Hey, and I want to be hopeful here. I know where I put my money at the beginning, and I stand by that. But we might be able to see a huge turnaround here. I mean, and it would just be.
And I couldn't agree with you more. One of the biggest things that we need to look at is we need to look at this champ select. Like I said from the beginning,
absolutely.
Pike falls off late. Ash, if she gets caught out at all, which they're doing a really good job of catching her, she falls off as well. If you get caught on Ash, if you aren't placed perfectly within each team fight, you are going to die. And I know that personally. I am a Ash main for the most part. Take a look at this right now. We've got Ash and Janelle down here in the bottom lane. Echo does a ton of damage. He's hurting so hard. The remix comes back.
Sparring, playing with fire here.
Sparring is playing with fire, and he's going to go down. It's now turned into a 3v3 situation. Johnson has got to start doing damage. He's going to find Ash, just as I said.
Oh, but there he goes.
Look at Luna from the backside. Pulled in goes Dazzy. Rooted goes the rest of the boys. Will they be able to find her? Luna Blackmoon's going to go down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we've got Zayd shoving in hot and hard. The bottom wave for blue side is shoving. In. They may be able to find this T3 tower and possible inhib with these death timers up into the high 30s. It's going to be tough for them to be able to come back and make this happen.
Gets the stun. Oh, but Zayd's going to miss it. That's not the ult. That's the R, right?
That was what an R is, yes.
That was an R. Yeah, obviously.
An R is an ultimate.
My eyes kind of.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Zayd miss an ult here, which is huge. But this bottom lane, is just clearing.
Boys. Boys. We may be looking at something real aggressive right now. Beard's gonna go down. Sparren's finally showing up to the party, but just a hair too late. But everybody is back up and on their feet. They may have caught them in a tough spot right now. Echo's going in. Now he does a ton of damage. Down goes Echo. Down goes Silas. Will they be able to find Newsy? Newsy's going to die as well. Janelle's the only one left in this fight. The ultimate comes out from Caitlyn. The headshot's going to land. W's going to find Sprangus, and that's going to be it for the moment in time. But Janelle says, fuck it, I want back in.
God.
Will it cost her life? It's not. The Q's going to find Janelle as well. Ash is there. W's going to land. Say goodbye to Luna. Say goodbye to the CC. Jazztastic's going to go down.
Oh, my God. Just a beautiful save out of just a solid team leader, Rugged Magikarp. And you know what? And I think while we can consider champion select, I think we're seeing exactly where this game was meant to go from the start. I think that I just had a phenomenal, and I just mean phenomenal analysis on this team. And
well, that's what you get when you're a veteran of the game. That's when you get.
Absolutely. And I mean, it just goes to show that most people wouldn't have put down a lot of faith on Rugged Magikarp's team here, but we're seeing the end of the game here. Zayd's just on top of that tower.
Zayd is on top.
And there it is.
Wow.
Zayd is on top. He was on top at the beginning. It didn't look like he was going to be on top for a while, and he's on top at the end. Just an absolute phenomenal performance from the blue team. A huge victory for Rugged Magikarp with a champion select that really didn't pan out at the beginning, but it ended up being exactly what they needed to bring it home at the very end. A phenomenal performance. What do you think about that?
I couldn't agree with you more. And, honestly, the champ select had me worried as we talked about early on as that game was beginning. But really, I thought certainly there was going to be a turnaround point there for Team Johnson, especially after that massive an ace in the Baron pit. Now, Jazztastic did go down to the Baron, which was a bummer, but man, I thought for sure that they were going to be able to turn it around right then and there. And speaking of turning it around, why don't we turn it around and take a quick peek at the after action report? Let's look at a little bit of the damage that's across the board. So winning team Ash here. Ash is real close to that 30K. Senna, the Janelle 43,000 damage. Most on the
wow.
team. Most on the team in the
wow.
bottom lane. And by the way, she's a support. Now, we were having this conversation earlier, and again, there's no bias in this.
No, I want to touch on this. I really do want to touch on this because we've seen the end of the game. We saw what mattered at the end, and honestly, I feel like what you're trying to say and what's being said are two different things.
Right.
I feel like you want to sit here and tell everybody that Jazz is worse than Janelle, and you honestly think that Jazz is a horrible player.
I don't want to say that.
She should probably.
I don't want to say that, and I'm not thinking that whatsoever. I don't want to say that. Let me go ahead and cut you off there. I don't want to say that. And I don't think that whatsoever. And let's take a look at the damage report for Jazztastic. Jazztastic sitting at a nice, crispy 54K damage. Yeah. I mean, the most in the game, and it was an absolute. Nope. That's it. Thank you. Let's pull the winning team captain into the Discord and have a quick chat with him. Rugged Magikarp, welcome to the Casters booth. It's great to have you in here.
Phenomenal.
Great win. It was a pleasure to watch. Talk us a little bit about how you're feeling right now after such an incredible win.
Thank you guys for welcoming me back into the booth. Feeling great. It was a great team win here. All right, we were on the same page from top lane all the way down the bot lane. We were on the same page throughout from start to finish. We knew what we wanted to do. The shots were being called. Everyone agreed right away. There wasn't any hesitation on maybe this. No, we were on the same page. It was go do dragon. All right, let's get dragon. All right, we're ganking bot. Bot's getting ganked. Head mid. Let's shove mid. The same page throughout the game. All right.
So can I, if you don't mind me asking, so what we noticed here in the casting booth is from the start of the game, I mean, we're talking some really squishy champions, we're talking some really, I want you to guide us through that choice from the start and how you thought that might manifest towards the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when it comes down to it, right? It's like you looked at who they had and who we had. It was like I said, a lot of squishy champions, except for the top lane. Two beefy boys up there with Volley and Darius, and they were duking it out and everything like that. We trusted our boy Zayd to go handle his business up there,
and he did.
He absolutely did. He kept shoving. He was winning fights. He was doing exactly everything you need to do to win a game from a Volley Bear in the top lane. And you say squishy champions, it is what it is, right? We had some off, we trust people to do their things. When it comes down to it, and I think in this late game of League of Legends, it's if you're good in the champion you pick and you feel confident, don't worry about the team comp too much. Play your game and you stay within your zone. You put pucks in deep. You shove boards right, and you should win the game.
I agree with that entirely. Well, listen. Before we get you out of here, is there anything that you'd like to say to the people that are out here, that are watching, that are rooting for Team Magikarp every single day, week in and week out?
Week in, week out. We hope to see you guys next week. All right. We couldn't be nothing without the fans. We hear the cheers, we hear the support from the crowd, and that channels us and that fuels us.
Well, great game. It was one for the books. Thank you for your time, Magikarp.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, boys.
All right, let's get Janelle and Jess in here.
Negative. We're gonna pull in the unfortunate losing team captain. We've got the unfortunate losing team captain, Johnson. Johnson, that was a tough loss, brother.
It was a tough loss. We went in there. We had some pretty high confidence levels. He was asking about the mid laner he was up against, and I told Spanner, well, he's got about a year and a half of experience on here, and he's like, well, I'm fucked then. So he had a rough time at mid, but I'll say the nail in the coffin for us was the connection issues that we had down from our ADC.
It was connection issues.
Yes.
Connection
issues. She started lagging on Discord, so she had to leave Discord.
Yeah.
And then it still DC'd, and she was probably out for about 6 minutes of the mid.
Yeah, she was out there for a hot minute there.
And I hate to bring it up, Johnson, but we actually have monitors on both sides, both teams. We're always watching to make sure there's integrity across the board. I want to make it very clear to you that we're trying to make sure there's no foul play across the board. We try to always make sure everything's fair as possible, but I really feel like you shouldn't leave this situation without thinking that someone has wronged you.
Oh yeah, no. It's it was still a hard fought. She came back in. I'm not 100% that it would have made the total difference. They had a real good synergy. It was even spread across all their players. So there probably would have been some turnarounds and some team fights. There's some close calls, but I think that all in all, we played pretty hard. Jazz did some insane damage.
She did,
absolutely.
She did. No bias, by the way.
Roots, and I was able to jump in there, get a couple snipe kills. Honestly, her call out of we have to steal that soul, and I was like, bet, and I ran in there, and
you
I got
did.
The yoink.
You snagged it. You absolutely snagged it.
And honestly, we saw a phenomenal performance from you, Johnson. You almost brought, and I say almost. I know at the end of the day you didn't take the dub, but I feel like you, Johnson, should be very proud of how you performed in the end of that game. And I feel like there is no world where, with just a slight turnaround on the beginning of that game and how that went during the mid game, you could have easily taken that one home. And honestly, that may be in your hands. That may be in your team's hands. That's for you to decide. It's for you to formulate. And I want you to know here in the Casting Couch, we're very, 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 very proud of how you performed tonight.
Absolutely.
Well,
and Johnson,
appreciate it.
Johnson, just one final question before we get you out of here, man. There was a point as you guys were setting up for Baron, and you ended up taking an incredible team fight where you guys actually ended up turning around an ace on them. At that point in time, what was the Discord call like? Did it immediately go from we're fucked to holy shit, we can bring this back? Or
it was actually a call. We were sitting there, and Jazz was like, we had one pick, and Jazz was like, let's go Baron. If they try to jump on us, we'll get it.
Jazzy
and
making
I was like,
calls.
you know what? I think we've got that too. So I'm like, let's start going for it. We did it. I got a little slow field out from the Echo pick, and we jumped in there. We got just, I just don't think they all ended at the same time. And that's really where it came in. They kind of trickled in on that.
Right.
And it was unfortunate that Jazz died from Baron afterwards.
She did. Yes. It was a bummer.
There was oh shit, I'm going to die. And then I was like, all right, we're not doing this. Let's get out.
Well, and honestly, speaking of that, very interesting point to bring up. You fought against Janelle. You saw her dominant performance as a support player, which isn't really common. We don't see that a lot in League, but it was pretty phenomenal to see just how well Janelle performed. It really was. Do you think that Janelle, in the same situation as Jazz there, would have done the same thing?
Go ahead.
No
bias.
Kind of hard to call if she would have done the same thing. But I want to bring into a frame that we had up top where they had a little 1v1 skirmish.
Right. Absolutely. And what happened?
Jazz got the kill, and I blurted out the phrase, "You're just better," and then she died to a dot.
I couldn't fucking agree with you more, Johnson.
And she did.
Johnson, just an incredible, Johnson, just an incredible game. One that'll go down in the books forever.
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you'd like to say to the people before we get you out of here?
You know what? I don't have any ill will against anyone. I think that this was just a good game. We went out there, we played our hearts out, and we got it. We didn't get the dub, but we got the moral victory.
Moral victories don't count for anything. I hope you enjoy it.
Enjoy the losers bracket.
I will.
All right, let's get Janelle and Jess in here.
No, all right. That's it for that's it for game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed game number 2. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you guys are gifting subs. Make sure you guys are emailing at dapperjameson@gmail.com if you want to sponsor this stream. Mike, do you have anything to say?
Absolutely. I just want to thank our sponsors.